have Scooter, Jermaine, Jack, and me, Tommy, and we're going to talk about why young people are less likely to vote in the United States.
So, first off, I want to talk about how young people almost always have to take time out of their own pockets to be able to vote, and that could be scaring them away from voting.
Um, Another thing with it is that sometimes when they're working, maybe they just don't feel voting as worth it. Maybe they think that their vote's meaningless, or that if they don't vote, it won't make that much of an impact. So they think, what is the point of me having to take out time of my work to vote? So they just keep on working and
Yeah,
not voting.
yeah. Yep, that's a direct cause for the young people. Uh, they can't they can't afford to stop working. They can't afford to take time off of work, and I think that's one of the main reasons why young people aren't voting. And another reason why they think there's no point of voting. Uh,
Yeah, because some people need those 2 hours that it takes to go and vote. They that's the money they need out of their paycheck to live, to pay rent, to feed their kids.
yeah,
Well, I think there are barriers that are preventing young people from voting, like when to vote, where to vote, how to vote, and who to vote for. Like for in civics or in other classes that don't teach that.
I think
Yeah, some people are never taught how to vote, so they'd be taking it'd be on them to learn how to vote and how to vote, and they'd have to be doing the research on who to vote for.
I think young people should start reading the news more, so that they know what's going on in the world and know what I guess political figures are doing what and what they support, and try to form their own opinion that could match with those political figures and try to vote for them. I mean, people always have, Google, the internet, to search how voting works, how to vote, uh, where to vote, and when to vote. You can just look up your state and search up where to vote in your state, or like Washington, they have a mailing system. You could find that out if your state has that. See if you can vote through that if you can't make time to go to a voting booth. Um,
Yeah, but that's still taking time out of their own stuff to do it, which is partially annoying.
I feel
Yeah,
like young people have time. I think they use that time to do their own things, like maybe maybe
I
like
mean they're also
watching
getting ready
Netflix.
to like go to college and whatnot.
How young are we talking about?
Like around 16, probably
I
I
mean,
was thinking like
16 or
19,
18.
20.
um, I guess it all depends on what their situation is like. Yeah,
It all accumulates to young voters not having the habits to continue voting, and just they don't know where to start. They never knew how to start. If they never knew how to start, they will never begin and continue.
I think they could talk to their parents or their guardians, uh, ask them about voting if they vote, or if they don't, then I guess they could talk to like teachers.
Yeah, I think another thing is also just plain motivation. Maybe there needs to be ways to respark motivation in voters to think that it's worth it, that their vote actually matters, to actually have that say in things.
Yes, statistics show that there most of the vote in the United States is mainly older people, young people, because I think most of them are in that state of mind where they think their vote doesn't matter and they don't vote. It's shows that there's a lot of old people voting instead of young people, even though there are a lot of young people in the United States that can register to vote and start voting.
And that was why we all think. That's why us four think that young people are less likely to vote in America.